guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to this channel, I am Amarachi and I'm the host of this channel. On here I talk about topics that are relevant to young adults. I talk about not just topics, my experiences as well that relevant to young adults and adults who want to crack life codes. So that's just what this channel is all about. Sometimes I drop a bit of amebo here and there, gist here and there. So if you like those kind of thing, then this is home for you. Subscribe, stay tuned to watch the video till the end. You definitely have value for your time watching the video. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe and share the video. And if you're like a returning subscriber and someone who watch my video often, like a regular viewer of my videos, thank you. Yeah, VVIP of the channel. I appreciate you guys. God bless you. Okay, like you can see on the title bar right of the channel, today's topic is a very interesting one, and you know I think I foresee some stone throwing at me because of this topic. But then we're here for it, right? So let's not talk plenty. Let's hop right into what we want to discuss today. So guys, see, like I said earlier, today's topic is very, very controversial. Basically, because it might not align with some people's, cultural belief, right? Some people culture, family belief, just certain people's way of life. In fact, let me say it ahead of time. I'm scared that the Asians might come for me after this video, more like the Indians, more like the Indians, majorly because whatever it is we're going to be talking about here, I'm going to be talking about here, it can be conflicting with the regular, So let me not stop plenty. Let me just go ahead, I ran away from home. Guys, it wasn't the most pleasant experience, and it's something I am proud of and not so proud of at the same time. Basically, because it had to do with family, and I enjoy family a lot, right? So it wasn't the best of experience because you know leaving home. Wait, first let me say this. I did not pack my bag and run away from the household. No, not like I packed my bag and ran away from the house after fighting. No, not that's not what I did. Actually, I was in school, and so after school, okay, here's what happened. I was in school, and at the wake of my what will I put it now? At the wake of my maturity, my maturity phase or whatever I'll call it, you know, I started rebelling, right? Saying no to a lot of things my parents had to say and or wanted me to do, I was rebelling. I was always saying no. Anything they are saying, I'm giving it back to them. So at some point, I stopped really calling home for a while. Right? I stopped calling home for a while. So I wasn't asking for money. And then it kind of pushed me out to like leave my comfort zone, double my hustle. And because if I have to call home, it means that I have to be answerable to whatever they say, right? So, and because I did not want that, I just had to stop calling. I had to hustle my way out and that. But after a while, like everything settled down. See, guys, it took like 3 years. It took like 3 years. So this whole thing started like 2020 for me, and it took up until the end of last year, which is 20, which last year, which was 2023, right? This is 2024. So it took up to the it took till the end of last year for me to get back into that very flowing stage with family again. I talk with family, but then I was always uptight with them, right? I was always uptight. So that was what happened. Now it might look this simple, but it was not simple because it wasn't this simple because I've always been someone that say yes, my yes, sir. right? Oh, what will my family think? If I do this, they will all turn their backs on me. Or what if? So that, in fact, I was a people pleaser. I've said this before. I was, mark that word, was, right? So what made me to bring up this topic is, so did I run away from home? Yes. Do I regret it? No, I don't actually. I don't actually regret it. But you know, this is a two-way thing. You get, it's a two-way thing, because if you are running away from home for the right reasons, then I don't think you will have any cause to regret it. In fact, you should not have any cause to regret it. But if you're running away for the wrong reason, then you would have every cause. Like, there will be so many regrets. So now, first thing first, choose the reason, choose wisely why you're running away from home. Now, where I support, or this context where I support running away from home is, see, it's not like our family. Sometimes it's just like something that's already ingrained in our culture, in our belief, and in everything. It's difficult for parents to like let their children be, like, live the life. When I mean live the life, not doing crazy things, but live the life, understand what they want for themselves, discover themselves, right? It's difficult because many parents want to, tell you what you have to do. They want to hold you by your hand and walk down with you. And I think you just have to stand down at some point and just serve as an advisor, if that's correct, like a guide, to your word, to your child. And when it gets to that point, just let the person do his or her thing, right? And when the person needs you, you can always come in, whether the person asks you or not, right? But just let the person, take that step. It's just like a baby, right? When the baby is walking, at some point you hold the baby gradually, and before you know, the baby is walking on his or her own without assistance. Now, that's what life should be about. That's what I think life should be about. Some parents don't want you to be right from, like, in all, how will I put it, right from the tiniest decision of your life, like the smallest, the most minute decision of your life. They want to have the opposite. So tell me why a parent wants to decide who you get to marry. Tell me why a parent wants to decide where you get to stay. Tell me why parents want to get to decide what you have to do, like your profession or your career, right? So these things are very prevalent in the African culture, in the African environment, Asian environment. I am not so familiar with the European environment, and probably Australia. I'm not so familiar, but I see a lot of similarities between Asians and Africans. But then you see a lot of Africans, majorly they take their break after school. They don't go back home. They stay out, like, go hustle, do the thing. Now, why I said the Asians will come for me is, I noticed that mostly in the Asian cultures, especially India, to be precise, every person stays back at home. There's this big family home where everybody stay, and you go hustle. When you hustle, you come back. That is very beautiful. It's a beautiful form of living, right? That's communal living in a very, advanced stage, because now you're not doing it with outsiders but with family. It's very nice, but I think there's a lot of downside to it. Competition. See, I know you might come from my head and tell me it's not true, but that's the truth. People, you see, people, youths are always under pressure to want to match up to what A or B is doing. You get what their cousins or sisters are doing. There's always the need of, you must do better. Can't you see this person? Is this person not doing better? That kind of a thing. And so, there's this silent pressure on people. And the funny thing is, parents don't come to tell you, see, my baby girl, my baby boy, life is not easy. Life, there are ups and downs. You have to do this. When you face this is how to handle it. No. So most times at the end of the day, you find out, when you run away from home, probably both in the literal sense and like non-literal sense, right? Literally, and just, when you run away from, and ironically, English is hard, but what I mean is, when you run away from home, right, or you leave home, or you tend to start doing things on your own, you find out that it's just as if you're in the water and you're just learning how to swim, because you don't even know how to make certain decisions. Don't make the decision for me. Teach me how to make decisions. When things come up, teach me how to prioritize what I want to do. Teach me how to say, okay, when I am faced with this and this, what are the factors I should look after? You can't tell me everything in life, but I believe if there are basic, if the basic guide is there, it will aid me even when I get to places where you're not there, or when time comes and I can't reach out to you, it will be easy for me to cope. But it's not like that. Our parents just want us to stay here, don't go here. Why will you go here? Do. You're not even telling me why you should not see. You're not even telling me why you should not do this, why you should not go there. Why? It's more like they are forcing their own lives on us. I very much appreciate our parents, right? I very much appreciate them. I appreciate their efforts, I appreciate their sacrifices. But then again, please, if there's a way for our parents not to show, the whole their own life on us, right? And I think that's another thing whereas youth should work on, intentionally work on the fact that when you start having your own children, you don't force your own life on them. Try to understand what they want, try to understand the paths they want to take. Give them reasons, oh, this is not so nice, this is so see, I've seen situations where parents force you must study medicine, and it's fine, the children study it and they're nice. But I've seen situations where a girl, okay, there was this time I was in school, I was my final year, and I was in a keke, in a tricycle, right? And this girl was crying, I don't want to study medicine. I've told my mom I don't want to study medicine. Yet Nancy, I'm studying medicine. I don't want to, I just wish I could study music. I just hate it. I'm not even coping. And I'm like, they've never started the actual medical course. So this is just on a level where there's a lot of GST for them to do and general courses. They've not started the actual course and she's already complaining. What happens when she gets into it? She will fail, and the next thing they're telling her, they might tell her, can't you see what others are doing? They're doing better. Why do you keep failing? And a lot of pressure before you know it, time is going. People have lost out on themselves. They can't really figure out themselves or what they want to do or what they want for life, right? So if you are in a phase right now where you feel suffocated, right, by family, right, you feel suffocated, you feel like you can't do your thing, you can't when I mean you can't do your thing, hold on. Let me put out like a disclaimer. Now, it's not about going out to club, going out to party, going out to do, no, that is not what I am talking about. I'm talking about being able to do reasonable and like taking responsibility for yourself and for your life, being able to do responsible things, make responsible decisions, how you spend your money, what you want to do with your life, how you want your life to go, what you want to do at this point, things that are very relevant and responsible, right? You can party, you can hang out, but those should not be your priorities in life. It should just be getaways for you, and breaks you can take to have fun, and one or two. So if you're at that stage of your life where you're feeling choked and suffocated, and it's for you really want to be able to do this, you have this hobby you want to do, you have this career path you want to take, you have this thing you want to try it, and you feel like that is where your life's purpose is leaning to, or is inclined towards that path, and you can't, because what will family say, what will people say, my parents will not agree, my sister will not agree, my friends will look down on me, blah blah. My friend, run away from that place, run away from that environment. Now, running away does not mean you actually fight for them. Probably think of something, maybe work, school. If see first, it's not the easiest form of it's not the easiest thing to do, right? But still run. You'll be grateful you did, because now when you run, you know that it's survival of the fittest. Right? It's survival of the fittest, and just find a way to manage your family, so you can be able to talk to them one on one. But if they're not understanding, my friend, run. That's all I can tell you. Run. Run, run, go out, probably change environment. It's not the easiest for you to survive, right? Remove the what if, run. Try it out on your own. In fact, sometimes try it out. They will fight with you, but at some point they will come in terms with it. If they would disown you, weigh your pros and your cons. If you are scared of going a day without food, then this might not be the right video for you, or this information is definitely not for you. But if you're a go-getter, you're willing, to be yourself, understand yourself better, do what you want to do for yourself, take that part you feel like is what you're inclined to, right? Why not? By all means, run away from home. By all means, run away from home, right? Go out, try out that thing you want. Life is too short. Like it's too short. Try out what you want to do. You'll find out that it's even when you're far from home, different ideas. When you're looking at Sapa and Sapa is looking at you. For those that don't know what Sapa is a state of being broke. When you don't have money, that is what Sapa is. So if you are looking at Sapa, Sapa is looking at you, you'll be forced to do things, you'll be forced to, go and hustle, and before you know it, you will garner enough experiences, and a lot of that. So I just felt the need, to come on here and say this. So if you've been thinking about running away from the house for the right reasons, see this as a sign to run, right? um how will I put it? I'm not against family living, like I said. Please, Asians, don't come from my head, because I believe the Asians kind of have this long family generational kind of living. Everybody, grandma. See, run away from home. If you run away from home and you stabilize, you get the money, you're doing well, you can always bring family around, right? You can always bring them around and stay with them and still have that life you want. But if you don't do it and you allow them to toss you around and push you around, my friend, this same family will still be the people to come and tell you, what were you doing when your mates were doing this? Or can't you see this your mate is doing this your mate is doing that? And lest I forget, I want to point out something. For people that come from money, I think it's even more difficult for you guys to break out, right? In fact, for us, because I believe I come from money too. So, but for people from wealthy homes, it's even more difficult because there's this pressure of, you have to do better because I've done, better. So you have to do better. So the bars are already high. The pressure is so high. You can't even do what you want to do. Oh, why are you doing this? What do you want my colleagues to say? What do you want my mates to say? There's this silent competition, and so you can't even be yourself. But then you have to try. If you really want to live for yourself, right, you have to try. You have to run away from home. First of all, find a way, to change bank accounts. Let me give you all these tips. Find a way to change bank accounts. Change bank account, like where you can save money for a while, enjoy for a while, save up money, you can use that can serve you for a while, then you run away from home. Tell me thank you after after you run away and you get results. Come back here, tell me thank you. Make sure you pay your tithes. Make sure you pay your tithes. So, guys, that's all I have to say. Probably I am the one being so scared about being, you know, very controversial, but I feel like this needed to be said. So, that's all for today. And I'll be in the comments to see what you have to say. Do you buy the idea of running away from home? Do you? And I don't think, okay, thinking back, did I mention any good thing I experienced running away from home? Before I end this, let me just say that yes, I did. It pushed me. I had to do a lot of double, like, multitasking. I did a lot of jobs. I was able to, meet people, right? I was able to meet people. I was able to try out things I couldn't try that made me to meet people I would not have met if I had not tried those things out. And I took big steps. I took big risk, which I don't regret ever doing. And I think I would trade. I can trade something, to go back to those moments of those moments where I get to do those things. There's this fulfillment you get to feel. There's this joy, happiness, and just joy and fulfillment. The last time I made a post, I dropped a quote. Let me see if I can drop one quote today. What I just want to say is, you see this window, this season of running away from home, right? It's a phase of life actually, and I feel like it's a maturity phase. So I like to, last time I called it, in my last video I called it a breakthrough phase, when I was talking, when I like I made a little highlight on something like that. But I think breakthrough is actually something nice to call it. But then I think I would like to call it let me say a maturity window. So the start of maturity window differ for people, right? It can be in your teens, it can be in your 40s, it can be in your 20s, it can be in your 30s. But whenever you get that push to want to do things for yourself, you want to feel responsible, to want to take action and take decisions for yourself, then know that that's the start of your window. So I think was that a quote? Can I make it into a quote? Well, make out any quote you want from it. That's all I have to say. Okay, thank you for watching. Thank you for seeing this video. See you next time. Bye. I hope you enjoyed it. Also, don't forget to subscribe, like, drop a comment. Let me read your comment so it can encourage me to make more videos, right? So drop a comment. I'll be in the comments to respond to you. Tell me how it relates to you, if you've experienced it before, if you've been planning to, really need a push, just drop it there. Let me see. I might reach out to one or two persons, in person, to have more one or two chats with. So it just depends. So, you know, don't forget to subscribe again, like, and share. Share to someone you feel like might need it. So see you next time. Bye.